Well, howdy there, neighbor. It's time for another video. You may be wondering why it's been so quiet this week. Why haven't I been uploading videos? Well, I've been doing other things. I've been playing Visions of Mana, working, learning, all that good stuff. So, let's catch up with what's going on with JP this week. And for people wondering about if I have anything to say about Ramada, I do. But I'm going to hold off for just a wee bit because I want to do something a little different, and I'm still thinking exactly how I want to do it. But this coming week on JP, the final piece of the mana puzzle is sliding into place. So we are going to have a really good idea of what these characters are going to look like in the meta. But so far, both Flame Sorcerer and Sadali are looking pretty damn positive for having an effect on the meta, unlike Angela and Duran. And that is kind of a positive. I've talked already a little bit of why I'm not incredibly happy about this outcome, just because it still leaves us with the problem of the new units might just be the strongest, minus Cloud. But anyway, we'll come back to that in a second, because the first thing I want to talk today about is the new Vision card. Now, this Vision card, job-based Holo Vision card, of course, but this time we're looking at swords in the Knight group, as well as Fist, Glove, and Book, which is a pretty interesting combination for, characters that could end up using this VC, because, just a cursory look at what those characters, Fellas is on that list. If we're looking at just some other characters, okay, Noctis, not a great one. Roy, but Roy needs an update. Kefka, but Kefka needs an update. We're looking at Earth Veritas. We're looking at Ashen Mont, Tifa. We're looking at of course, new Sadali. Anyone else? Oh yeah, Summer Resnick is included on this. So there is more than enough to support a team. As a matter of fact, it's kind of problematic that this might be just supporting what could end up being the best team when this is all said and done, which is Sadali, Flame Sorcerer, and Resnick, which, yeah, a little boring, but okay. What is this VC going to give? Well, the ever coveted, and we don't have anything else at this point, thing to put on a vision card lately, single target resistance. Oh, that's sweet single target resistance. Yeah, basically every vision card lately feels like it's been having single target resistance or something close to it. So we have that. We also have critical rate, and that is across the entire party. But the real bonus is maxing out this VC, which gives you Magic Human Killer up. So if we're just taking a look at what this is going to do for an already strong party, basically more single target resistance, which wasn't necessarily a problem, but it's always good. Higher critical chance, which means scoring more damaging attacks. And extra human killer means that, yeah, Flame Sorcerer is going to be pushing even more damage, and Sadali is going to be pushing even more damage, which is good for both of those characters. Flame Sorcerer is almost already capping what kind of damage he can output, so it'll be interesting to see how big that is. But for Sadali's DPS has been a little low, so this kind of comes out really nice for him. And what's more is the fact that this is a Guild War one means that this will be quite valuable for most people to end up getting. And yeah, it's a permanent VC. It's not a super big thing to get your hands on as fast as possible, but at the same time, why not? Also, for guild battles, we'll have the wider the attack range, the greater physical damage reduction. Looking at the granted effect for the unit that has it equipped, increased accuracy and AoE resistance. And then, last but not least, for just maxing out the mastery of the vision card, you're getting Earth attribute attack up and critical rate up too. The VC is really good. I'm not super crazy about the single target resistance, but won't say no. Sadali's already got a fair amount of resistance, so this is just quite good for him. and it gives Flame Sorcerer a little more survivability to make him more durable, but it's also just upping damage across the entire board. So yeah, I think that this is going to be a probably pretty key vision card. I wasn't super excited about the last Trials of Mana vision card that came out for Glove. It didn't feel like it added that much, and no team was using it. But I can see a lot of cases where this VC will probably ended up being used because it fits like a glove on one of the current best parties in the game. Anyway, so let's move on and talk about this. So next up, almost nothing going on for Master Quest 2. We have one here, which is Grifford. I don't know if it'll make a difference, but there you go. And we're also getting a story update, which basically means more Visio for people who need it, which is everyone. All right, and the last thing to come out is the news of the Trials of Mana details, which of course includes the accessory that we were missing and all the details behind it. So first off, additional bonuses for this. So additional bonuses will be increased resistance to AoE attacks, resistance to curse status effect, and resistance to don't move. So here you go. If you've been waiting for a while for a piece of equipment to kind of balance and get rid of that curse, this plus Trust Mastery runes should be enough to basically balance curse at this point. If it is ever too far in one direction or the other, this should be enough to get there and basically protect anyone. And if you have innate curse resistance, well, you can just run curse immune at this point. Either way, that's probably going to make this worthy of, some effort on people's part to actually get a few copies of this. As for Duran will also get a bonus of hit rate up and healing power up. Hit rate up, okay, I guess. Healing power up, sure, but kind of unexciting. I don't think that'll be enough, but to really push him much further than he was kind of already doing. But we'll see. Maybe it's 2000% healing bonus. Could happen. As for Angela, increase magic damage, and when HP is over 50%, the target's mental... boy, the way this word is a little weird, but basically the spirit is kind of lowered before attacking, which is pretty interesting. It's just kind of a aura effect for her, in that the effect can't really be dispelled because it's on a piece of equipment. And I mean, just magic attack up and boosting magic power is exactly what Angela needed. I don't know if it'll fix her AI issues or if anybody's really dwelled deep enough to kind of figure out if she actually works, but at this point, Flame Sorcerer seems so well that that's kind of going to be the one that you probably want. Speaking of which, the Flame Sorcerer, or Crimson Mage, as he translates to on Japanese, reduces physical damage taken and increases resistance to all attribute ability attacks. Alright, so Flame Sorcerer's DPS was not an issue, and with the new VC, it's definitely not an issue. But the one thing that he really needed to round out his kit was things to essentially make him a little bit more durable, to push him into an area where he could, more effectively survive. And that's what this does. This does a lot, as a matter of fact. The curse resistance isn't super important on him, because if he's being run with Resnick, it doesn't matter anyway, but this will sure up that matchup at this point. But yeah, I mean, this accessory is looking really good, just in general to have, because status effect resistance is always valuable. But looking at the actual characters that benefit the most from this, yeah, Duran falls a little short of the mark, at least so far, because he was kind of having problems already as a tank, and this isn't going to help too much. Angela, it'll be interesting to see how much of a bonus this is for her. But yeah, Flame Sorcerer is kind of easily at this point the best one of the three, and with the combination of the VC, I don't see that changing. So yeah, great news for that. But of course, we're going to wait just a little bit, see what the meta shakes out to be, and give further recommendations later for which of the Trials Mana character is actually the best. But yeah, Flame Sorcerer looking like he's going to be #1. Anyway, that is all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and see you later.